Senator Mudum.
Madam Speaker, I am not obliged to be lectured to listen to anyone. We have children. If you feel the need to lecture anyone, go home and lecture your children. I was not elected here to be lectured by anyone. Madam Speaker, let me proceed to second the motion. That is a fact. Madam Speaker, under Article 37, and I'm very happy this afternoon the person on the seat is a lawyer. Madam Speaker, because I will be speaking to you, I am happy to be speaking to a colleague in the profession, that under Article 37, we are all allowed to peacefully and unarmed participate in demonstrations, to picket, and to present petitions to public. Madam Speaker, we have the right to present petitions to public authorities. We in the opposition, because we are the primary exercisers of these rights, have gone a step further to go have this matter litigated so that the bounds of these particular rights can actually be delineated. We have prosecuted this matter before the High Court, Madam Speaker, and the High Court has very clearly spelled out, under the exercise of these rights, the responsibilities of the conveners of the maandamano and the responsibility of the police, Madam Speaker. Having complied with the requirements under the law, in fact, the law as it is right now under the Public Order Act, all that is required is a notification to the police that you will be holding these peaceful processions. Madam Speaker, indeed, the coalition called Azimio la Umoja did notify the Nairobi County Commander via writing, a written letter, that we would be undertaking this maandamano. It was also shocking to us, therefore, Madam Speaker, to hear the police in Nairobi declaring that the planned procession by Azimio was unlawful. And we, because we understand that under the protection of the Constitution, we do not need anybody's permission, we said we would proceed anyway. And that is exactly what we did, Madam Speaker. I was in the company of my colleagues here when we set out from these premises to KICC, which, by the way, Madam Speaker, is an extension of Parliament, because that's where our offices are as senators in this republic. We were surprised to meet the OCS of the KICC, and without any reason, excuse, he just decided to tear gas members of Parliament. And you could see, Madam Speaker, me following him to ask him, what is it that we have committed so grave that you want to tear gas us? Madam Speaker, we have decided that there will be individual responsibility on police officers. Not every police officer on that day misbehaved. And we have said kudos to all the police officers who observed Article 37. But there are few elements who still don't understand the breadth of this particular right, Madam Speaker. We have identified the OCS for KICC and a DCI officer, Madam Speaker, who was targeting members, including myself, with live rounds on Wabera Street, Madam Speaker. I want to tell the people who laugh and joke about these matters, luckily, because all of you are my colleagues, in the event that I meet my demise in the streets, my family has assured that they will set aside a tent for honorable senators. You might laugh and joke about these things, but you are the ones who will still come to bury me, and I'm sure you will do it gladly. Madam Speaker, I wish I had time to print out an image of a child called Master Lewis Musera, who was hit on the head in Makadara by a tear gas canister. These things people laugh and say, oh, it's just a tear gas canister. That projectile, Madam Speaker, if it is fired directly at you, from the distance at which I'm speaking to you, Madam Speaker, be assured there will be a funeral in your home area. I can assure you. So what are we doing as the leaders of the Azimio? Madam Speaker, we have seen, even in the past, there have been people who have confessed to infiltrating this opposition maandamano and committing nefarious crimes, including people who bring old cars and burn them and say, oh, these are members of ODM. But we are going to be ever vigilant. In fact, Madam Speaker, we have said, we will not tolerate anybody calling themselves a police officer in civilian on Monday and on Thursday next week. Because that is how thugs are coming in within us, then they are harming people. Madam Speaker, what we want to do is to make sure that we exercise our rights.
Senator Sifuna, your time is up.
My mic is still on.
So, Senator Sifuna, let me give you half a minute to finish the sentence you were speaking.
Madam Speaker, we have had some very dangerous pronouncements from some of the colleagues in the political circles, talking about final solutions to certain people who they consider to be problems. I am a student of history, Madam Speaker, as you are as well. You remember the question of a final solution of the Jews in Europe. We shouldn't be using such language. By the time you are resorting to violence, it means you have lost the argument. Engage us in robust debate the way we are doing here. If you are unable to engage us, please remove the police so that we can deal with you straight, mundo ko mundo. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Seconded the motion.